Hello, this is part of the 2000 word journal that I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know the exact word what it's called, but yeah, I'm just quickly just gonna go through the code that I've done. Just in order of where it's in the file. Yeah, so this first one is an animation controller. That is when you talk to Captain Lee, which is like the first task that you do. You go into like the living area and then you speak to him. This one I sort of did by myself with referencing the other scripts, if that makes sense. So like, because I knew sort of like what these codes did from another script. Um, so yeah, we're just gonna do the boss handle one, which is one of the last scripts I made. Again, I've just done this from my own thing because it's a simple, like you reference it is referenced in a different script. Um, this one I didn't really have any problems with as well, like the animation one, because I just knew I was doing with it. So it's like, yeah, I referenced the scripts. See, once I understood how to do this, a lot of the scripts were quite easy. And it makes the alien true. So when you destroy the rock by the cave, it will set the thing to true. This is the boss talk. So when you go talk to Captain Lee, some of the names aren't great. I still need to. I'm not the greatest at code, but obviously that's not what I've came here to do. But I feel like I've done a lot of great work on this. Just taking it as quickly as recording. But I think I've done a lot of great work with stuff like this. So the boss talk again. This is just ripped from another script. This is just a copy of another script added a few different ones. So yeah, I had to reference the computer to make the phase go forward. So when I click exit on it, it changes the objective text to green. As you see it, you know what I mean. It's like on the pop up, it just makes that true, just stuff like that. It's the same sort of thing as the. It's not the okay. Yes, this bots talk one is just a copy of the other script that I did. This is one that I took from a video that I've done before. So I just went through that again and did that. It's just for the bullet, because we don't have any sort of damage on this one. I didn't really do any sort of bullet thing, but you just reference the bullet rigid body here, and then that's the speed, how fast it goes. I turned it to 50 because 100 it just went too quick and the game didn't really know what to do when it hit something, so it just went straight through it. Yeah, so if they have a script called bullet target, it will do the hit effect green, which is what the tutorial showed, but for mine it's like a rock instead. For this one it's just red and it just destroys the thing. So yeah, just the next one. Oh, wrong thing. Yeah, bullet projectile. I think no wait. I don't know why. Okay, those are the same. But I've clearly just made this my own for some reason. There's no difference in the code. It just looks smaller. This is just the bullet target script. That's all it's really used for. So it's on the hit of the bullet target type thing. It's not used for anything else. I just remember using it. It was a bit of a weird one. I didn't have any problems with this. This one is on the game handler. It is so on the game handler. Where is it? There. So it's got all this sort of like code on it and stuff like that. This one's the buttons. So there's like certain buttons and stuff like that. So when you start the game, see, like this is start button. So once you press this, it only do it once, because later on, I have to stop it, sort of thing. And obviously, like when you press it, and if it stays there, it won't get rid of it. So I had to make like the player not active and the camera start not active or whatever. This one is just an exit the thing. Options, it shows the options, and then X closes the options. Again, that one I just made it. I did myself as I was going along, because I know that sort of stuff. camera position. I think this one I took from a tutorial that I'm going to reference, obviously. Yeah, it's just a simple one. It just takes the transform of a camera position and then just puts the camera position equal to that. It just makes the camera equal to a specific position. That's what the tutorial shows. That's what I did. Computer interaction. This one, I'm like, yeah, I'm sure I did this by myself. This one's it's simple, but it's complex. There's a lot to it. This one is the computer one where you go back and you press F to see which one's which, and it changes all like the stuff. At first, I had a problem with the controller moving while you were interacting, so I had to grab the first person controller and completely stop it. Oh no, sorry. I had to get the player movement and stop the movement script. Same with first person controller. I had to stop the camera from moving because I had it where the mouse was out and you could still move the camera. I didn't really get why, so I've taken these and I've just took the scripts off whenever they're interacting. So it's like interacting equals 1. And then it'd be like if interacting equals 1, it makes these two scripts enabled, and then also makes, I don't think this is needed, because it's just equaled false and then back to true. I left it in there. So yeah, ready. So ready is just like on trigger type thing, and then do once is so it doesn't just do it forever again. Honestly, I might not need it this time, but I've just left it in there just to make sure. Then it's just like the interact is F. So if phase equals 1, which is when you speak to the boss, it will show the cav. The cav. What's cav mean? I forgot. Canvas. Sorry. So yeah, it does that. Yeah, it does that. Undoes the cursor. This, I mean, this is sort of easy type stuff. Yeah, if it equals 0, it does this, and it equals 0 from the start, type thing. So yeah, but no matter what, it always makes interacting equal 1. These are just buttons for it. These were to check the so the objective in the top right of the UI, to make it do that. So I've just done it. So task P is like I think it's the potato one. That's what I call it, the potato one. Task P. It's the first one. So if phase is equal to 1, which it is after you speak to Captain Lee, and potato equals 0, it makes it equal to 1, which then shows up in the top right, and that's how I got those to work. And it's same for this, you know what I mean? So like after you finish the potato task, it adds 1 to phase. It's in a different script, I think, and then it does that. There wasn't many problems with this one. It was just stuff like, well, this was obviously quite hard to figure out. This just putting all the stuff in here. It's just a big old script, really. It wasn't too hard. Other than like player, this one had a problem with objects, just anything, bullet, gun, whatever. It just sort of went in there. So I've changed it to find the actual player instead. So that's sort of stuff I knew. So what's the next one? Yeah, computer update again. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention as well. Like so boss talk is ripped from this. So I just copied this. I duped this text. Duped the script, sorry, and then I changed the name at the top and the name of the actual script in the folder, obviously. This video might be very long. I do apologise, but there's obviously a lot to get through. This one here is a computer update, which again is just a copy from this. I just changed the name. Obviously a late one, and it's just to interact because it's the same sort of premise, but it needed to be different for certain things. So because I needed like a slider, I don't want to put the slider through like the computer AI, if you know what I mean. So so yeah, it basically just does so that equals so when you click a button, the button's at the bottom. 1 second. Yeah, yeah, this one here, button, it just makes the count equal true, and then it's like when count equals true, if number is less than 20, it just adds it over time, so 20 seconds. So yeah, and if it's more than 20, and because it just goes over, and I'm not really too sure why, because of just the way it counts, or equal to 20, phase equals true, and then it changes the phase saying like, oh, thanks for updating. Destroy rock. That's just a simple one. You shoot it, and it's just like it finds the tag. The bullet has a tag for bullet on it. When it hits it, because obviously you don't want the player to go in there 5 times. It doesn't make sense. So you just have the bullet goes through, and then when it gets to 0 after 5 hits, because I said it's 5 up here, it just destroys the object. This one again, I had no problems. See, this one's just a door animation. This one I had to figure out the door animation. So this was the first bit where I figured out how to do the door animator. I didn't really know how to figure it out, if I'm being completely honest. I had no idea how animations worked. But what I did was I checked on here. Well, this isn't the actual one. This is for something else. But I didn't know how it worked. So I checked. See, these parameters were a thing, and there was an error talking about parameters. So when I finally figured that out, and I could make that equal to 1 on trigger enter, and then I could just have it feed through to open door, it got very easy from then to figure out how to use the animator, and that's how I did my character as well, which we're soon going to get on. This one as well, I had a bit of a problem because you could shoot it, and the bullets don't delete well in it, and it just sort of opens it forever. So I just thought, just make it a bit easier so I don't have to come back if I ever came back to the project. This one is taken from a thing from the tutorial. It's the same one as the camera position one. Just adds sense basically to the camera. The gun get one, it's when you go pick up the gun. Again, this one I've just done myself really easily, so that it just makes it the pop-up equal true. And then if gun get equals true, press E. Yeah, and then you get the gun, and then you can press 1, and then it shows up all these objects and stuff like that. I just need to quickly run through these because I feel like I'm running out of time. It's 12 minutes long already. Yeah, gun position. That one was a failed attempt because I tried to make the gun equal to a certain position, but it just wouldn't do it and wouldn't stay there, so I just put it on the character instead. This player movement one, this one is taken from a tutorial, but I've added a lot to it. So this is like the gun shoot, I added this, but I also took this from a different one, and it's the same. So this little bit of code here is taken from the same video that did the I can't remember it now. It'll be referenced. You'll know what it is. NPC one I made myself. This one is for the character. So I wanted to make all these things disappear. I had a problem with updating it for some reason. It thought, you know what, we're gonna update. So I just updated it all. Updated the program, and then it wouldn't reference. So instead of referencing it, I just put them all in here to save time, because I was running out of time, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I'm running time out of time in this video. I do not want to miss this. Yeah, so this is just like a statement, just to make all these things disappear. So when you kill it, it does this, and then this will kill you. Like, so if you die, it will end the game. Oh, didn't mean to change that. Yeah, this is another check the player. So on exit, still in, because I wanted to make the still in. So if you're still in and counter is equal to 0, it swipes and kills you. But you can be in it for it to swipe you. Then you can run away. You can like dodge it, sort of thing. Pardon me. NPC 2. This is just for the other dude. This one was quite hard actually to figure out. But I did it myself again. There's no reference for this one. I had to use this transform. So it's like a nav mesh I've used, like the NPC one. And it was complicated to figure out because I couldn't quite understand it. It didn't work at first. It was a bit weird because I didn't have AI in this one, but I had it in this one. Because I just wasn't thinking, and I don't know why. What it does is it gets to, so there's like a public object called target. It goes towards the target, like this does, because the target is the player. And then when it sets to the target, it stops. So because obviously it's got to the area. So I said, if this position is equal to the target dot position, so the X, the Y, and the Z, I couldn't figure out how to stop the Y, so I had to go into the engine, and when it hit the object, I had to copy the Y over, and then set that to the target. So it just goes to the next one, and then when the next path equals 1, it just goes to the next one and the next one, and it loops forever, basically. Outside gate, this is just so you can't shoot inside. did that myself. Plant pickup. This one was an easy one. I just had a problem with sometimes the UI would break, and then because this is on 2 of the things, and I couldn't quite figure it out. So yeah, I had to just reference it twice. Public. This one I think I grabbed from a reference video. I think, yeah, I did, yeah. And then I just put all this stuff in. Like, a lot of the stuff is mine. It's a lot edited. It's edited quite a lot. Let me just see, the video's still recording. It is 15 minutes. I do apologize for this being very long. Potatoes. Oh, this one's a game handler that I thought would only do potatoes, but I've decided to do all of them, so it's referencing tons of scripts. This is how I got the thing to, like, the objectives to turn green at the top, so the potato one. Potato pick or, so it changes it from 0 out of 2 to 1 out of 2. This is just a counter, so when you grab it, the potato +1 thing stands there. All this makes a lot more sense once you've played the game. So yeah, but it's a bit late for me to tell you to do that now. Computer interaction phase. I do apologize if this is very, very over the top. Then I got computer interaction phase. Yeah, this is just basically changing into the objective. So the objective, and it's taking the computer interaction, and it's just saying, like, if task is done, basically, and the next one is ready, it changes the done to the next one, and so on and so forth, and changes the task to done. Once it's done, this one is a slider for the core. Yes, core isn't done, because I had to reference it. So once all these I think I just referenced these sliders in here actually. So once this is all done, it makes it green. Okay, rock boss, this one. Yeah, I think this one just kills it. Oh no, sorry, this is just a different script for the rock one. So I didn't have to reference the other one. This is just that was a copy of the boss thing. This one, yeah, this one I didn't use this script actually. All of this is basically just useless. The only thing I used it for was where it was looking. I forgot where it is. I forget where it is now. Yes, I use the middle of the screen. It takes the middle of the screen and it puts a transform. And once the transform is in the middle of the screen, it follows you around. That's how I got the character to animate around it, and follow. I think the next one, yeah, this one is sort of. I think I did this all myself. This is quite a hard one. Oh no, I took this one from the video actually. So I quickly. Yeah, this one's just the animator, just for the character again. Aiming, so it aims and then it takes like 2 seconds and you can aim in and out. This one, so that it just stops you when you press E, so when you go to interact with something. Yeah, this one stops it. Yeah, this is what it's like. So it's like the pickup, so when you press E, yeah, type thing, it just stops you. And yeah, so that's all the scripts. Thank you for watching that. Sorry, that's very long. There's still quite a lot. There's a bit more. So these buttons I did actually myself. I didn't have many problems with them. The background looks a bit bad. You see the background, I didn't do the shadows at first, so it looked very 2D, it looked very bad. Let me try zoom in on the terrain really quick. Yeah, the terrain when I had it at first, it was very flat and I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I just got a height map and I couldn't figure out how to do the height map. And it turns out it had to be a square. So like, 800 by 800 type thing instead of, 1000 by 500. I couldn't figure that out for the longest time. Putting all these in, it's pretty simple. This is the final design that I want to go with. There's some base other designs as well that I've got on a Word document actually. So right here, this one I wanted a bedroom one. I wanted the first draft. But now I realise I can do a video, so I'm just doing this video, and I do apologise, it's very long. So yeah, but these are assets packs. This one I've coloured this. I've added a fog and effects on and stuff like that. And in the reflection, I'm obviously going to write more about all this. So these are the guys that just walk back and forth. This taken from the park. these I put together. So yeah, thanks for watching this far. Thank you.